been a while since I popped up over here. I was gonna make up my bed since I just got over to my grandmother's house, and I haven't been here in a couple of weeks. But in honor of the NBA playoffs starting today, I made a bracket this morning. As of 11:31 a.m. on April 18th, 2026, I have my official bracket. So we're gonna be going over it. It's gonna stay the same. I wrote it on the top just so then, like, it's believable. Yeah, this is my bracket. If you can't really tell it out, I'm sorry. I posted it on my Instagram, Ben Simmons _2027 or Ben _Simmons 2027. I'll leave both in the descriptions. But yeah. So now, since the NBA playoff is set, Detroit and Orlando. Now, we beat Detroit once or twice this season. I know one for sure. But realistically, in a 7-game series, my Orlando Magic do take one game. It was rough. I felt like we could have gotten to the semis. I feel like we could have been as high as 3, but it just didn't play out like that. So yeah, I think Detroit beats Orlando 4-1. Next series is Cleveland and Toronto. Now, I believe Toronto can take a game. I think they can take 2 games, but that's it. I got Cleveland winning in 6. It's just Donovan Mitchell, James Harden. They've already been experienced in the playoffs. They're gonna go a long way. And that's all there is to it. Toronto, I mean, Brandon Ingram has been to the playoff once or twice? I think just once. Scotty once. RJ Barrett a couple times. That's like the 3rd or 4th guy over in New York. I think that was before they got good, actually. But yeah, once, I think. So yeah, don't overthink it. Cleveland wins in 6. Max, probably 5. Next is the 3rd seed Knicks and the 6th seed Hawks. Now, outside from CJ McCollum, I trust nobody with actual experience. I know Atlanta made it last year. Wait. I don't even remember if they made it last year. Yeah, they did. They were the 7th seed. No, we were the 7th seed. They made it 2 years ago, I think. That's whenever they were 7th. Something like that. They played Boston, though. I think they could take a game against the Knicks. Nothing else really to it, though. I have New York winning in 5 games. I think they can make a run. I think they can make a deep run. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. Boston and Philly, yeah, if Joel isn't playing, it's a sweep. They could take 1 game max, and I do think that they'll take either game 3 or game 4 in Philadelphia. But while they're in Boston, they're not winning at all. Out to the West. Phoenix, I say they can get a game. They can definitely stun OKC, but I think OKC is either gonna sweep them or gentlemen sweep. OKC is just too good. Los Angeles and Houston, I think LA gets it in 7. If Luka comes back and can perform like crazy, and they get back Austin Reeves in like game 7, they can definitely win. That's just how I personally think. Denver and Minnesota. Minnesota has always had their number. I know they played today and Denver won, but I have Minnesota winning in 7. And San Antonio, Portland, I have San Antonio sweeping them. Even though they lost their final game of the season to Portland, it was more of just making sure everybody was ready and prepared for the playoff. Second round, inexperience of the Pistons, besides Tobias Harris. I'm taking the Cavs in 6 games. Detroit is gonna play hard, but they just lack the experience. So give me Cleveland for that in 6 games. Just simple. Okay, it's gonna be Cleveland, Detroit, Detroit, Cleveland. That's how they get to the conference finals. And as far as Boston and New York, call me crazy, but I got Knicks in 6. I just think they had insane depth over the past 2 years, Boston. And now outside of Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Derek White, you got Peyton Pritchard, Nikola Vucevic, Baylor Shireman, Sam Hauser. But those names aren't as scary as guys like Josh Hart or Deuce McBride or Jordan Clarkson. I think those guys in New York, in Manhattan, I should say, are gonna beat Boston and advance to the conference finals. Yeah, in the West, OKC gets it done in 5 games, and call me crazy, Minnesota will go back to the conference finals. I just think either Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, or Wemby get hurt or run out of gas. And Minnesota, they've been to conference finals over the past 2 years. I think they can get it done again. I know it's the parity era in the NBA, but that's just how I think it's going to go. Now, I'm going to keep it in the West. If OKC loses, there's going to be a new champion, and there would be a new champion every year since 2019. So that's what? 8 straight years of new champions. Never been done. And I think that's gonna happen. I think OKC loses in 7 games. They're gonna run out of gas. Some things are gonna go down questionable, but it's gonna go down. And Minnesota reaches the finals for the first time in their history. And out east, I think Cleveland and New York go to 7 games. And we all know what happens to James Harden in 7 games. And this isn't going to be like, oh, but Donovan Mitchell is just like James Harden in a sense of where they can both really choke. And I don't trust Evan Mobley a ton yet. I think that can definitely change. But as of right now, no, I cannot trust Evan Mobley, whatever James Harden is doing bad, and or Donovan Mitchell is doing bad. So for that reason, give me the Knicks to match up in the finals for the first time since 1999. And I think game 1, it goes to New York. Game 2, it goes to Minnesota. Game 3 goes to New York. Game 4 goes to Minnesota. Game 5, New York. And with a chance to get it done in Minnesota, I believe. I don't know the records off the top of my head. I would assume it's going to be in Minnesota since they were like, what, 46-36 or 47-35. I think the Knicks have 50 wins. Give me the Knicks. New York is going to be champions. Heard it here first.